guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be the top most wonderful, beautiful palettes that you can use for the fall. This is just my opinion. This is from my collection that I have collected over time, that I think visually that I can see will be perfect for the fall time. And if you're excited about fall like I am, because my birthday is in the fall. I'm a September baby, Libra gang. So I love the fall time. Not only is it my birthday month, but the fashion of fall is hands down the best time to select fashion. The high boots, the booties, the hiker-like boots, the browns, the rustic, just the whole vibe of fall is absolutely the best season. And I can argue any summer babies, any winter babies, I will argue y'all down. I'm sorry, fall is it. Like, she's here, she's giving what she's supposed to give. Like, I love fall. Not only is the fashion top notch, the weather is absolutely gorgeous. It's not too hot, it's not too cold, it's just right. You can, slay in the daytime with your Uggs, and your leggings and your long sleeve shirt. And then when the sun goes down, it's still warm enough for you to wear your dresses and your skirts. And it's just, I can go on all day about fall. You guys can see, like, I love fall. If you love fall as much as I do, if you are a Libra or a Virgo, September and October birthday, and you want to see the most beautiful palettes that can help you, one, create bomb looks like me today. I created this look using two palettes that I'm going to talk about today. And if you want to see what two palettes those are, then just keep on watching. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the high-end palettes, and then we'll move on to the more affordable palettes, drugstore-like palettes. And so first, I'm going to start off, because I have three palettes from the same brand, and I will just start there and then move forward. The first palette that I'm going to show you guys, look at me, going to use. The first one I'm going to show you guys is this Soft Glam palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I don't have the full-size version. I actually bought the mini version when they relaunched it. And then these are the shades. Super gorgeous. My two favorite shades in this palette is Mulberry, Orange Soda, and I like Sultry. So those are the three shades that I would recommend you guys use from the palette. That's my preference. You can use any shade that you like, but I feel like if you do Mulberry in the crease, blend it out with Orange Soda, it's going to create a more like a burnt orange type color. And then put Sultry on the lid. And if you wanted to do a smoky liner with this black shade here, there you go. Hands down, boom. Very quick, beautiful fall soft glam look. And it's literally going to be soft glam like the palette that it says. Absolutely love this palette. Next, we have the Jackie Aina palette. This is perfect for fall. I love the packaging. It's very fall. It matches my backdrop. It's my aesthetic. I love it. And it is a very good palette for fall. Let me get the brush out. Okay. So, it's very loved. It's a little dirty. Please don't come for me. I do use this palette. This is a very good palette for fall. You can get your oranges. You can get your browns. You can get this duochrome sponsor shade, which is green, but then it reflects the purple, and sometimes it looks brown. Like, it's a perfect color for fall. So if you just take out this little section here, you can see this is a perfect fall palette, and I absolutely love it. I will say these are extremely pigmented, so you have to go in light-handed if that's the type of vibe that you're going for. If you like super dark looks and super pigmented looks, then this is a wonderful palette. It is on the high end. I cannot tell you the exact price point. I want to say it's $45. I could be wrong. And hopefully it is not sold out, which I don't think it is, but I'll have this linked. And I just, yeah, I love it. I love this palette. And I personally would do ginger in the crease, smoke out the outer corner with credit, and then I will put Zoilus or Sponsored on my lid, and then Trust Issues or Soleil in my inner corner. And that will be my fall look. That will be my fall look from this palette, but you can create different ones. Edges is a burnt orange. Well, it's like a burnt sienna, and it's intense. So I tend to stay away from that shade because I notice on my skin tone, when I do use that shade, I will 9 times out of 10 use it in the crease, and it will overpower any other color that I put on my lid. I mean, on my eye. So like the whole look is just taken away because that is so pigmented in my crease. But then I don't see me putting that like on my lid. So I'm just like, where can I use it? I probably could use it like lower lash line, but I really don't like putting any liner down there, any shadow down there. I rarely put anything down there. And if I do, I might put mascara down there. Next, I'm not sure. And last from the ABH collection is the Subculture palette. Now, we're going to pause real quick. Yes, I know that this is an extremely old palette. Like, extremely old as in probably 7 years old, if not longer. Don't quote me, I'm not sure. I know roughly 5 to 7 years old. It's a very old palette. So if you just recently got into makeup, you probably never even heard of this palette. But if you're OG in makeup like me, then you know exactly about this palette. You also know the controversy around this palette. This was a very controversial palette. Some people loved it, some people hated it. More people hated it than people who loved it, but I am one of the ones who loved it. This is in the high-end part of the palettes because ABH is expensive. If you think about it, $40-something for a palette. You do get a lot of shades, but this is a very pigmented palette. Now this whole palette, like with the Jackie Aina, I was just like, well, if you take this section out, no. This whole entire palette is fall. Every shade in here you can use for the fall. My favorite shade in here is Edges. Edges was in Jackie Aina. But I like Edge and I like Electric. My favorite shimmer is Adorn. My favorite matte is Edge. And I tend to put New Wave and Edge together in my crease. Or I'll put Fudge and Edge together in my crease. And then I use Adorn on the lid. And then I use Cube in the inner corner. Now let me tell you, Cube is a hidden gem in this whole palette. Now people hated this palette because they said it was too much kickback and it was too much fallout, and they weren't lying. Like, that's facts. Like, it's a lot of kickback, and it's very pigmented, there's a lot of fallout, but if you protect your under eye with powder, you can swipe that off and it's no problem. These are extremely pigmented, but this palette works for every skin tone, from light to dark. Anybody can use this, and it's a perfect fall palette. I feel like you never pull this palette out until fall time, because these colors won't work in the springtime. You can't walk around with, like, maybe these two, yeah, and maybe that one, but you can't walk around with like olive green and burnt orange and like this mulberry color on your eyes in the springtime. This is probably of everything that I'm gonna talk about today, this is the #1 perfect fall palette. The only downside to this is this palette is old. Do you hear me? So it's not even available anymore. I know you can't go on Anastasia Beverly Hills website and buy this anymore. It's discontinued. That's how old it is. And with that being said, 9 times out of 10, these shadows are expired. But I'm going to still use them because I absolutely love this palette. It's probably one of my favorite palettes of my whole collection. Probably. But yeah, those were my 3 Anastasia Beverly Hills options for fall, and I just absolutely love them, and they're perfect. Next, we're going in with another high-end brand. This is the Doseofcolors Spec Browns palette, and when I say perfection, I dropped the brush. So perfection, perfect. Just looking at the gradient, this just is, they killed it. And they have several other ones. They have a sassy sienna. I think they have an olive one. They have a berry one with like purple. So any one that you pick up would be good for fall, probably aside from like any pink ones that they have. But this one I think is perfect for fall. You have every shade that you need from light to dark. Only thing, they're all mattes. So if you're cool with that, then you'll love this palette. And I feel like the trend now from 2021 going into 2022, I think we're going to be just staying away from shimmers and metallics altogether. So all mattes are probably about to be a thing and a trend. So this will be perfect. Price point, not 100% sure, but I'll have it linked because I got this in a BoxyCharm. So a lot of these I did not purchase with my own money, as far as like directly from the website or from like Ulta or something. It was sent to me in a BoxyCharm. Like this one, and some others that I'm going to talk about. So I don't know price points, but I think this will be perfect. You can create the most gorgeous smoky brown eye look with this. Perfect for fall. Perfect. Next, we're going into the Dominique Cosmetics. This is the Latte 2 palette. This aesthetic is my life. This aesthetic is my journey. I get it. I love coffee. I'm a coffee lover, and I love all things nude, cream, light brown, rose gold. Like, that's my aesthetic. And this palette embodies me and what I love, from packaging with the nude brown and the rose gold letters with the rose gold around the pan, and then the color scheme. The color story is just gorgeous. All of these work together very well. So we'll take away these 2 shades and you have your fall palette. You can use these to create very gorgeous looks, and I'm going to let you know hands down that these are very pigmented. I've only been able to use this palette maybe 1 or 2 times just because they're so pigmented that when I would dip into coffee bean and I dust it off and I put it in my crease, and it's just like, that's all I needed. And I blend it, and they blend fine, but like they're super intense. So you have to be kind of light-handed with this palette. But the shimmers are gorgeous. The mattes are gorgeous. I think this is perfect for fall to mix in with these and then top them off with shimmers if you like that. Price point on this, I don't know as well, because I got this on sale at like a pop-up. I think I got a Boxy pop-up from BoxyCharm, or I don't think it was an add-on. I think it was pop-up. So I didn't pay full price for this, but I will have it linked. And that is it for the high-end portion of the video. And next we're going to hop into the affordable drugstore part of the video. Now, the affordable side, we have first, we're going to go with a brand, Crown Pro. Crown Beauty, I have a discount code with them, Williams40, and I'll have it linked down below so you can get a discount on these. Very big pans, very nice shades, lots of browns, very neutral, very fall, depending on your skin tone. You can create looks, and I'm saying this because on everybody's skin, shades look different. How they look on me, they're not going to look on you, which is fine, but I think these will work for any skin tone. These shades also will throw you off. Like if I swatch this, how it looks in the pan, it does not look on. So I'm just going to swatch all the shimmers. These are the shimmers. Very gorgeous. Very buttery. And I do believe this is applied dry. So just imagine if you wet them, they turn more foiled. They'll be gorgeous. But how they look in the pan, they don't necessarily look that way on. But yes, this is the Crown palette. I'll have it linked because it doesn't have a name. I don't know the name of this. I want to say it's called like the Tin Pan Neutral palette. I'll have it linked. And this is going to be a more warm. Like you see, I did 2 looks. This is a more rustic, not cool tone, but a more rustic like look. And this is a more warm brown, a more orangey, warm looking look. That's what you will get. This is what I mean. Next, we have Colourpop Cosmetics. This is the Colourpop Wild Child palette, and it's really perfect for fall. I can't really show it all the way because my middle shade Fierce was, I believe, was a Super Shock shadow. I cannot say that. Super Shock shadow broke. It came to me like broke. So it's like all over the palette, and if I hold it like right up so where you can see it, it's gonna just fall everywhere. But this palette, if you can see, the best that I can show it, this palette is for my deep girls, my dark girls, my, you know, melanin queens. Because this, I bought it because I thought it was so gorgeous, and I was in love with the whole aesthetic, and the packaging was like safari draft printed. Like that was me, my vibe. Like it was so gorgeous. And when I got it, I was like, oh, this is so deep. Like they're super rich browns, and they're very warm. And so it's kind of hard for me to use it because it's just so much. Even if I try to create a soft look with this, it's gonna come out like full glam. I can't really use, probably I can use this shade, and this shade, and then the shimmers. But this roll down here is just too much. That shade is pretty, I've never used it. But I like browns for like my everyday like looks to go to work, and this palette just turns out to be just too rich for me, and it's just too pigmented and too dark to where the look just takes a life of its own. But very affordable. Colourpop.com. I'll have this link down at the bottom as well if you have not grabbed it, or if you've been looking at it and you wanted to grab it and it was sold out at the time, because it sold out a couple of times, but they restocked, and I hope that it's still restocked. But this will be perfect for my dark skin girls, and perfect for fall. Next, we have a newer palette that I have. It's the Wetnwild In Love with Cocoa. It's a very well loved. As you can see, I use this a lot. And it is part of their new little collection that they have, like 4 or 5 different themes. They have like passion fruit, and they have honey. They have this cocoa one, and they might have another one. I can't remember, but it was the whole collection. It came with a palette, a primer, a lip duo, highlight, like a face palette where you highlight and contour that. And I think that's it. But I picked up the cocoa one. So I have the lip liner and the lip gloss duo. I have the eyeshadow palette, I have the primer, and I have the face duo. But this is a perfect fall palette, and it's affordable. This is $5. Now, I just want to put this out there because some of these companies are coming for Colourpop. You guys can't tell me that these aren't similar. They look alike. They look alike. They give you your mattes, they give you your shimmers, they give you your circle pans, they give you the same amount of shadows. This might be 18 bucks, 14 bucks. On sale, you might get it for $9. And this is $4.99 every day. I got this from Target online. It's the only place that I could find it because I got it when it first launched and then exclusively launched at Target. But it's been out a couple of months, so I'm pretty sure you can go on Wetnwild website, maybe look at Ulta, maybe go to Walgreens. I'm not sure because a lot of my Wetnwild products come from Walgreens, but I'm not 100% sure, but I'll have this linked. And this is a very good everyday palette, perfect for fall. You get your warm tones, you get these darker tones, you get some shimmers. I will say this is a $4.99, $5 palette. It's not going to perform like an ABH or Dominique Cosmetics palette or Morphe palette or whatever. So the quality is good. It's wearable, it's doable. I really don't dip into these much. I really stay in these two the most. The mattes are fine. The shimmers are questionable. They're very dry, very dry. Like almost not there, so dry. So you might want to wet these, but nonetheless, they're still very, very pretty. You just gotta work with them, but they're very pretty. And very, very, very fall. You can create glam looks and everyday looks with this palette. We are down to the last two palettes, which are the two palettes that I'm wearing on my face today. And these are the Be Bella Cosmetics palettes. This is the Oh Poppy palette, and this is the Sweet Sunflower palette. Sweet Sunflower is my favorite of the two, but this is not anything other than a gorgeous palette. Perfect for fall. 12 bucks. Affordable. That's what I'm saying. I have these on my website because I don't know where you can get them other than Be Bella Cosmetics. I don't know where you're at in the world. I don't know if they sell these in your like drugstores or in your Ultas or in your wherever you get your makeup from. I know that I only could find it on Be Bella Cosmetics, but I do have some on my website that I'm selling at Shop Courtney Ray Beauty. On Instagram or CourtneyRayBeauty.com. You go on there and you can purchase these. But these are very, very gorgeous shades. I created this look right here using this palette, and I'm absolutely obsessed with this look, and I'm obsessed with this palette. Performs so well, so well. And I have a video of this look up on my channel right now. So if you did not watch this video first and you've seen this one first, make sure that I have a card linked somewhere up here so you can click on it and see me create these looks using these palettes, because this look is everything. It's giving what it was supposed to give. I had a vision, and now this Oh Poppy palette is my finger just dipped into the glitter. And my nails always messing things up. This is a more warm tone palette, but nonetheless very beautiful, very fall. You have your browns, your burnt oranges, your mustard yellows, you have your shimmers. You can also use these colors. I created this look. I use Pretty in Pink, I use She's Blooming, and I use Darling on the lid to create this look right here. Once again, very gorgeous, very, very beautiful, very glam, super blendable. All the shadows work very well together, just turned out very gorgeous. So I did two completely different looks with both palettes. And that is it, you guys. These are the palettes that I came up with that I think is absolutely perfect. The best palettes that you can use for this wonderful season of fall. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you do what? Give it a thumbs up, of course. And if you're not subscribed to my channel and you want to become part of the Sun Rays, I suggest you take like 2 seconds. Just smash that subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything. It's free 99, and you'll be part of this family, and you will also have access to so many wonderful tutorials and videos on so much stuff makeup related. And if you love Libras, if you are a Libra, if you love fall, if you're a Virgo, I'll add you guys. It's fine, because fall is it, and fall is everything. And I'm so happy that you enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.